Morning, folks. It's 6:23 a.m. Tuesday, April 25th, 2017. Like the Black Panther pictures. I think I'm going to show you something in a second. There's two different, because of what I am inside, all the different frequencies of what exist are part of me. Different pictures of animals and stuff can be used as a message board for part of you to want to talk to you. They just throw the image. If you're really busy doing stuff, and come on, we all are, okay? Then all of a sudden, you get an image, boom, you go look at it. You might get an image of a rune. A lot of people get images of runes. These runes that I made, Jara's Runes of Awakening, even the Elder Futhark that's part of it, they all have slightly different meanings. A symbol is a symbol. And then people have also said, Jay, I pulled the runes, the rune cards, and one card meant something totally different than what it was, meant to be. And I said, awesome. That's what's supposed to happen. You develop your own communication. Next thing you know, you're not even using cards, but you still get the image. It's a way to talk through imagery. It's what telepathy is. Well, I'm going to talk to you about the collapse of the financial system and all this other bullshit here in a minute, okay? But I've got to get some of this stuff out of the way. I have a lot of family members, source family members, need to hear this. This is just some of the animals I have hanging around. There's one of them I related to. As soon as I saw the picture, he literally, that part of me inside started talking to me. That's an old Black Panther. Take a look at that thing. Take a look at that guy. Look at his face. You can see the scars, the roadmap of everywhere he's been in his life. That's a very old, strong, powerful part of myself. There's another part, a little bit younger. Okay. That's a very powerful mountain lion. I have two animals. Here you go. There's the intention in that one's face. And if you take a close look at his face, it's not just mottled coloring, as you can see, scars and stuff. He's been around the block a few times. Anyway, that was the image used to make a connection to me. The human brain, the physical brain cannot access what you are, the knowledge that you have. It'd pop. It's like sticking your head in a microwave and turning the stupid thing on. Now, having said that, I want to say something to my source family members. In the last video, I had said something about source family members sending me their name, address, and not address, I'm sorry, the name of their name, website if they have one, email for contact purposes only by other people, so I can put it on Arae Essex. I told you I'd do that, and I'm going to. But the Spiritual Foundation, the company, and thespiritualfoundation.com, the website, they belong to Deanna. She's got a lot to do. And everyone that was posted on there, you did get free advertising, and you'll still have your name listed on that page being built on Arae, Essex, but that's mine. Deanna's responsible for the spiritual foundation. And when she does leave, whether she's going home or taking off on that drock ship, someone else will be given it. It'll be given to another family member. And one that, understands it, then we'll carry it out the way I want it to be. And she already knows who she is. I've already told her. And she accepted, because I didn't. I told her I wanted her to do it. I didn't tell her she was going to do it. Unless people are trying to ride my ass or they're hurting someone real bad, I'd never tell anyone what to do. I give you information, you do with it what you want. But those of you that my family members say that I've cranked up, you know what I am. You've found yourself. You see things for yourself. No one has to tell you what. Do you really think I came here and lit you up, did everything I did for everyone, free? You think I did all that, and when I go, I'm not going to take care of you? Because I ignore your calls, you think I don't want to talk to you? I got stuff I got to do. And that's more important than talking with you while you're in a body. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. That's an expression. I know you'll understand as soon as you think about it. I have an innate love and compassion for every single damn thing that exists. My family I feel stronger about. I understand how people are different in body than they're out. And all of you that I've woken up know that you know that I can't stay here. You know that I'm dying. I'm shutting down harder now. I still have to finish legal work and everything. The stuff I'm doing, these lawsuits, one of them is to protect the house and the spiritual foundation, but the others are to finish proving in court that what I do is real. It doesn't matter who I am. It matters that metaphysical abilities are real. I tell you things from time to time that those family members I'm talking about right now, you understand. You know for yourself, and you know who I am. You know what I am. All the family members, and all the other hours. There's a part of me in you. The other hours literally came out of what I am, as far as spirit. They're all strong. We all think of each other as brothers, because we are. Nothing in the physical form of any type on any planet ever in the history of creation has done what I've done this life. Gone into people and cranked them up. Nothing. Never happened. Those of you that understand what I'm talking to, my immediate family members, you know this. You know what you can do. You can do this now. You had incredible power. I put you over the edge. That was for a reason. I woke it up, released your bodies so you could do this. Because it's time, and it's going to happen, and we do it for everyone. If you start messing up, I'll go in your head. It should be one of the lilies, but I'll go in your head and I'll let you know. Not with anything harsh, just to let you know. Stop. The example I've always given to everyone is that, in the family about this kind of stuff, and to others too, how people in a body are not who they really are. Number one, it's not. I'll give you two examples. Number one, Herky. Herky was a physical dog. the body, animal, dog. His main spirit inside, the biggest part of him, he was source animal. Okay? He was literally part of me was part of him. Okay? And then there's also the spirit from the planet, which was taken out well before he died, so he could be comfortable with everything and not freak out. He needed to relax, and I really appreciated him being with me so long. He stayed so hard, but he just wanted to go, and it was finally time. So what does that make Herky? A unique individual that was once and will never be again. That's why I say always honor your wives. But another example is my adopted mother. She literally, metaphysically and physically beat the crap out of me all my life. Okay, she was mean and everything. Why? Well, I understood why. Because she had a jealousy about what was going on with my father, giving me any attention. That was done to her. That wasn't her fault. It was done to her. She could have stopped, but I mean, and then finally when Dad passed, she all of a sudden realized, she started to yell at me. I was right there in front of her. She called me over to protect her. She had issues with my sister before she went. But anyway, that's legal stuff. I'm not going there. So I came over there to talk to her. And she just started yelling at me. And then she just started, and she went, whoa. You could see that generator, that light switch just turn off. And I was looking right, I was right next to her. I was in her head already. And she said, there's no reason for me to be mad at him anymore. There's no jealousy. She left because, her husband was gone, my dad. I was adopted. But I loved them both. That's another reason I say that when you wake up, you can understand better. Doesn't mean you stand there and let someone beat the crap out of you, but it's easier to deal with. I didn't get beat all my life. I'm not saying that. It's only a few times I got the crap knocked out of me, but so I'm not insinuating that. That's part of life. So many people have had so much worse, for Pete's sake. I'm trying to make a point about who we really are and then what happens when we get put in a body. So I haven't finished making a point either. So back with my mom when she was still here, when she was getting closer to leaving, I've said this before, I went downstairs and all of a sudden I felt something on the side of my head. And my dad's mom, I called her Grammy, she touched me in the top of the head and I could feel soft energy in the top of my head. And I said, who's that? I said, I'm going to do it again. She helped me keep my sanity when I was a child living at home. So when she touched me, I felt her, and then I saw her. I saw the image of her again. I saw the image of her when she was alive. Again, imagery, communication. Folks, these are all simple things that are going to become, you're not just going to become aware of them, they're going to become a simple part of your lives. This is where things are going. As I'm leaving, I'm bringing you some more information. So anyway, then all of a sudden, I went downstairs one day and I felt something on the side of my head. And I said, Graham? And I looked and it was my mom. I went, ooh, damn, don't touch me, And I stopped, she looked at me. I could see her, feel her, sad. It's really beautiful, the yellow solar plexus soul. And I said, look, I love you, okay? And I know you love me, and I understand what you're saying is that you're sorry for what you've done this whole life. And I understand it's not your fault, and I do love you. But until you get out of that body, I'm not going to really be showing it to you because you're still beating the crap out of me. I mean, that was... it was all just kind of happening at the same time. But anyway, that's part of the power of understanding. Until you understand something, you can't forgive it. Why should you? Why would you? So someone can hit you again? Nah. And forgiving and forgetting is two different things. Excuse me. Anyway. So for my family members, immediate family members I've been working with, and that they're cranking people up and everything. Those of you that were already on the Spiritual Foundation consult pages, I got a bunch of them in already, and a bunch of them I have. I already had Eileen. She sent it in. Eileen, thanks, sweetie, and then Burju, sweetie, you understand what's going on. And I, of course, had your information. Burju's been at this the longest. I mean, other than myself, of course. She's been at it. Paul's busy doing other stuff. There's so many others. But if you can, if there's an update and on your information, just let me have it. And those of you that I know that are ready to do this, I'm going to get your information on there. And that's free. It's just a page and people can copy and paste. Okay? Deanna doesn't have the time to keep doing what she's doing. She's doing too much. She's not going to be able to keep doing what she's doing now. And she has no time to deal with updates, questions from other people about you, about, who should I go to? She does what she can, but you can't, there's no way to physically do this stuff. This has just started, but this is big. What Deanna's doing, many of my family members, many of y'all, are going to be doing this yourself. That's how this goes, and it spreads. And you're located all over the world. Gee, you mentioned that. Almost by design. If it wasn't for the new first beings, not just the ones in there now, but the ones that'll keep coming over long periods of time, creation would be collapsed and just start up again. We have our own history, but we need to have not just our own history, but show the proper way to make stuff, to see something wrong, stop it, make change, and what to do and how it becomes better, so that they have an example. Because when they come out, if they want to go the wrong way, they're not gonna, because no one's gonna ruin creation, and creation is about to grow just exponentially. People will have their freedom, but they're not going to be abusing everything. It's not going to be going on in and out of body, but especially out of body. So, all right, now something else I need to tell my family and whoever else wants to listen, but especially my family. I showed you those two pictures today for a reason. That big Black Panther, that's old part of me. A lot of y'all know my energy's been leaving my body for a long time. Not leaving and taking off, just coming out of it. My own energy has been in there, just ripping into it, pulling it out. I start getting that little crack. It's like a leak of my energy on the left side. Now I got it on the right side. It's just coming out. I've been sick, real sick, for a few days now. Deanna been knocked out too. She's going through a lot of change. Hers is to do different things, so mine's about leaving. So I probably should have cleaned up before doing this video. I haven't been out of the house for a few days. My health is not good. It's that simple. This morning, everything that was bugging me is just being kept away by myself. There's so much of me out of my body that Anything gets near me, it's dealt with. I think I mentioned in the last video, something was bugging me and it pissed me off, and I went ahead and hit it. I saw it was me. It actually hurt my head. Trying to teach it to understand. The smartest part of you folks is what's inside you. What's hanging out is just the farther it goes from the mass focal point of what you are, the farther it goes out, the less intelligent it is, and eventually fades into just energy, where it's not sentient, it's just the energy coming off you. I've done the best I can to tell you everything I presently know, and as I know more, I try to tell you. Like I said before, I show you everything screws up. It's a learning process. These religions and all this other stupid bullshit. Oh, there's perfection. God's perfect. And it's like bullshit. That's all a ton of crap. That's just to help you get concerned about getting its praise and its approval. So pay here. I know religions are different. I don't care. They're all full of crap. They don't tell you the truth. So there's a lot of people that are religious that are really cool people. They're just trying to find out what's going on. And they're not awake yet, so they're running around blind, hitting doors, and it's not their fault it was done to them. One last thing, too, with the family stuff. What I told you, like about Mom, or Herky, once I leave, everyone will be a little stronger. Things will smooth out. Eventually, the lilies will be in charge of taking care of that stuff. It's not my job, really. My job is to do whatever's necessary, but not that. Things will be made to happen with your websites and attention coming to you just the way it did to me. The only difference is I'm going to make sure it happens. And you all know that. That does not mean you all have limos. What the hell kind of way is that to show people that you're about everything, not just yourself? That's stupid. Somebody tries to make this spiritual movement about themselves, Grandpa's going to kick your ass. Period. So, anyway, that's enough of that. It won't be like that. It'll be fine. It's just, we've all been dealing with stuff attacking us, giving us a hard time. But that's pretty much a done deal. Not quite, almost there though. With the advent of our friends and from other planets coming in here, being here, excuse me, that's going to open up all kinds of new doors of opportunity for the physical bodies, the health, eradicating disease. There's a lot of scientists and wonderful, beautiful, loving beings. A lot of them Anunnaki, a lot of them Serpoian, even whatever name is from the planet Serpo in the neighboring areas, what we call the Greys. A lot of them are so cool. Look at Shiny. Shiny came to Brejou first. Shiny's even, Serpoian. She's so cool, so precious. She's been here at the house so many times. And there's another lady, a Serpatient. They're Antids, Mantids. It's a cross. I just say Antids because one of my lives, I hate to say it, was Pahana. Okay, and I talked about that. I was also involved with the ant people every time the earth was going through a change. And they would take people down in there and they'd take care of them down into the ground. The Antids were here on this planet while everything was changing. And then they left en masse a long time ago. Now there's just a few of them that came back to fight. Some of them stayed here, but most all of them left. Then a few of them came back. The ones that came back were soldiers. Yeah, I know. Writing, typing. He's talking about getting back down to the computer. Yeah, I was just going to say something, and then they said it, and it was like, crow, raven, that's about leaving. End and the end of something and the beginning of something else. About it happening. They're messengers. They're really cool. They're talking between themselves. But it's weird. I'm hearing other conversations. Anyway, as they're gonna keep talking, I'll just shut it off in my head. Anyway, just talking about other things. There's no sense in going there. Anyway, this large part of that old Black Panther I showed you. Wow, that was a good hit. It came to me and this morning, and it was saying shut the door. I've been in bed like 14 hours, folks. I never sleep 3-4 hours, 5 hours. I'm kicking. But it's been 3 days of long hours sleeping. You can tell by looking at me. I don't feel so hot, whatever. But it came to me and is talking about videos and just said it's getting time to shut the door here soon. And then everything's calm, relaxing, and I'm a hyper person. I'm made to bring change, an activator, even a catalyst. So I have to kind of keep moving, keep going. It's part of me, a lot of us. Anyway, so it said it's time to close the door. I'm going to tell you about some stones and stuff, stone combinations, but I'm close to getting my grips on what I have to do for all my accounting for all kinds of stuff, Everything's itemized, and I've spent so much money and so much stuff to set all this stuff up so it keeps going. That's what was important. The other family members had to be here and cranked up and ready to crank you up. The books had to be written. They have to understand what's going on, see it for themselves, just the way eventually you will. And then that part of me asked, it's... There was a feeling that came out from it. I can't talk with it. It's a feeling that comes out. And then another part of me that's working with me said the actual words. And it said, heart, liver, lungs. Heart, liver, lung. And I looked at it and I said, what? And I looked at it and I said, oh, you're talking about the process for my dying, for this body dying. It's, and it was a question. Like, how do you want to do this? Well, honestly, that's the right order. Right now, going up the steps, sometimes going down the steps, I got to stop halfway. It's a split level. It's like a tri-level house. It's not 3 independent floors. It's a split level with 3 levels. There's a downstairs, upstairs, and then a split foundation downstairs. Whatever you call that. I don't know. So when I don't talk to family members that I used to be talking to them all the time, that's why. I'm really busy. I'm really sick. I got a lot to do. My energy, people can feel my energy level. It's crazy. It's insane. But the reason why it feels like that is because, I'm coming out. People talk about, and this kind of break away from the family stuff and get back into something else, but, everyone else, which is never really left there, but this death thing. You notice the word death starts with a D. It's like damage, disaster, damn. The sound that comes off of that, the energy that comes off, the frequencies that come out of your mouth when you make that sound, and it comes out, it's bam, hard hitting. When you leave your body, and to me, every life is precious because it is a very unique, special moment in creation's history. Just in that moment, it deserves great respect. It's something that should be honored. But when it's a momentary thing in your life, who you really are inside, as far as yourself goes, and you need to, only be there a short amount of time. That's how it always works. And in relationship to your actual self, your existence, being your physical life is, nothing. It's not even a day. It's an hour. So you can't even say that because you're made to go forever. Your energy, your spirit, ascension energy, with your own energy coming out of you, flowing away. So, I'm having my issues. Give me just a second here. Okay, we're back, but I can't remember exactly where I left off. Just talking about the where I went when I was talking about the heart, lungs, and heart, liver, lungs. Anyway, one thing I do want to talk about real quick is some of the paranoia going around. The financial system will collapse. We're all gonna die. The buildings are gonna blow up. Another planet, Nibiru, is gonna crash into us. I've never heard so much stupid shit in my fracking life. Earth 2012 has been a legend for well over 1 billion years, and that was when all creation was going to find out about the great Mother, Father, God. Well, that changed. It became 26, and it became a thing of a personal awakening, because the original male, female were dead. And the other big heavy hitters, the other two large source family folks, which split in the male and female, the two pairs, they're gone. So little bits and pieces floating around you, that's it. So what Bob Dylan say, the times they are changing. Things are better than they've ever been, and they're about to get fracking awesome. But it will take time. Folks, this isn't going to happen overnight, but it's going to happen. Excuse me. This thing about the collapse of the financial system, your money's no good. No. Eventually, our financial system will literally fade away, just like ashes being blown out of a fire that is already out and dried up. It'll fall apart, but it'll be replaced. As that's happening, it'll fall away because it's no longer needed. World War III will never happen. Okay? It's not going to be allowed to. This earth is here for a reason. It's not the focal point of the universe, but it is the focal point of the beginning only of creation's new beginning. Guy's not breaking up for a very, very long time, folks. So if you want to give yourself something to be scared about, enjoy the adrenaline, whatever, have at it. Your hair will be falling out at 17 at an incredibly fast rate. Just trying to say. You can make yourself unhealthy. You can make your physical body sick by worrying. Stress cuts off your immunity system and other stuff. Anyway, things are different on the other side. That's what runs these lives. That's what built this creation, original, first being male. Little help from the female. Build this third dimension, the second and then the third. So they set everything up with physical bodies, and for abuse, that's leaving. A lot of horrific disasters were supposed to happen. They didn't. That includes the tsunami of August 11th, 2011. I told the whole world about. And I knew I had to do something to stop it at the same time. I had no idea that what I was inside, because I was not self-aware, not like I needed to be, and I was definitely had no power level like I have now. That's crazy. I couldn't move anything through my body. I was already fighting with the original first being male and female, but I was doing it with pure willpower. If I could have dealt with them originally like I am now, it would have taken 4 or 5 seconds instead of years. And I wouldn't have suffered what I suffered. Anyway, those folks are gone. They wanted all that stuff to happen. With the tsunami that was coming, it was actually my energy and some other folks that came here from what I am out of the body, part of what I am, that made sure it wouldn't happen, stopped it. His family members know what happened. They'll tell you about it. I don't want to talk about it. I can't get through what I did here without saying some stuff about myself. I would have preferred never said anything about who I am. It's another reason I love calling myself the janitor. They usually come in when people have gone home. They come in, do the work, and go home. The hours suck. They don't make a lot of money, but they don't care. They just keep going. It's funny. I remember this person. There's been a few of them, but this one person, this guy, told me years ago. He goes, you know, either you are the biggest, what do you call it, most intelligent fraud or something. I don't have the wording for it. Expert at being a fraud. I don't something. Or you're actually real. He said, but what you say actually makes sense. It fits in. I can't remember the exact words in it. Energy level, like making the spheres, seeing what you are, put them in it. I can do this fine, folks. I quit doing the consults for a reason. Finally, I'm falling away. I'm dying. I'm pulling myself out of this body. When it's time, I'll just yank and pull the rest of me out. Oh, yeah. When I was talking about death, how that hard D and everything, let's take that and just for a moment, just take that out of your vocabulary, okay? Put it, click on it, put it in a waste paper basket for recycle, whatever, and then just let go, leave it there, okay? Now, people talk about ascension. A lot of people have led them to believe that's when you just vibrate in your body and you ascend. Folks, ascension, everyone's ascended all the time. You do it once a life. It's at the end of it when you come out of the body. So why not replace the word death with ascension? But understand what ascension is when the physical body dies and you leave it. Because isn't that what you're kind of talking about anyway? If not, you're wrong. You don't understand something that, you're just not aware of yet. It's like, oh, you're wrong, you're stupid. No. It's unawareness. It's ignorance of something. Like I've said, I'm ignorant of all kinds of stuff. I can't build a rocket ship. I can't build a skyscraper. I can't do neural surgery. I've been involved in surgery, had my hands inside people, worked on them. Did it as a scrub tech in the military. Kind of funny. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about some times over there. Anyway, I do have some nice memories. We have to have them to keep us in a body. If we didn't have any kind of joy whatsoever or any hope, we'd all be committing suicide at 10. Anyway. Folks, this all gets better. You'll all find out who you are. But it's so important for you to understand that you're in a body having a life. There's another spirit in there with you. That's part of you. Usually we all work together. The part of me I had inside me was very nice. She was very sweet, but she was also overly nervous about stuff. So I had to deal with that. And then plus, you all have had the original angels going inside you, the original male and female orchestrating things, attaching energy to your spine to mess you up, because fear is the primary emotion that other stuff comes from as far as emotions in your base chakra. You crank that fear up in there, it screws up your heart, at your everything. Yeah, I know. Being asked very politely to hurry up. Bring this to an end. Again, crow message and, ending coming. So anyway, the strongest part of me is what is talking to you. It's also the dumbest right now because I'm in a body. I'm working with my stuff outside of the body. That's one of the disadvantages from being so large. But like I said, so many of you are so big. While you're compressed in a body, while the strongest part of your focal point is compressed in a body, you're flowing. If you're located in the middle of the U.S., you're touching both oceans. People, you're huge. It's time to wake up and find out who the frack you really are. I don't want to say Frank. I want to get frack. I want to say something really nasty. That's serious. That aggressive. Rrr. It's time, damn it. It's time for you to know who you are. I've been telling you, you need to see it for yourself. Damn it. And I've left the people here to do it. To help you. And they should help themselves. They should make themselves comfortable. So, folks, don't worry about this. Financial collapse, anything that sets you on freak out, do me a favor, grab it, throw it in the toilet, and hit that lever. Watch it go down the toilet, okay? All that's going to do is slow you down. Screw that crap. It's bullshit anyway. Less TV, more time relaxing. There is a lot of beauty in this creation. There are things that are beautiful and good. You're one of them. Let's not forget that. I don't talk about doomsday. I talk about shit that's real. Crap that's been done to everything and how it's going to change. The more you awake, the more you understand, the more you realize, the more you can put things in a proper place, the better decisions you make. The better a father or mother you'll be. The better a lover you'll be. I come from heart. But I have so much fortitude. The strongest fortitude there ever was literally put into what I am. Doesn't make me any better than anything else, but it means I won't stop, and I think that's obvious. Almost every single thing in my life I've done is to bring this about. Is to grow up, become alive and awake, and then do my job. And my job is doing everything I can for everyone while maintaining a protective environment. Protecting. So, those are my family members. Come on, man, don't freak out. Look at what I've done for you to help you realize who you are and boost you so that you can do what you're going to. Everything I've done, you've watched what I've gone through. You know what I've had to do. You know what I do every day. You know what's being done to me. You think I'm going through this in a body and I'm not going to follow through with it? Wow. And have a little faith in yourself too, okay? I was here for a reason. That reason will never stop. It's time for things to change for the best for everyone other than those who want to make crap about themselves and beat other people up. Live your life. Make it as good as you can. Hopefully you have enough heart to help others, but as long as you're not hurting anyone, cool. It's time for everyone to have lives relative to who they are. Let them be themselves. Instead of doing stupid shit to praise the original first being, male and female. And the other two source families that wanted a lot of that, not the same, but they still wanted things to go along an abusive lifestyle format, these physical bodies. So, once your abilities get stronger, you understand yourself better, you have more faith in yourself, you have more understanding, which gives you a calm strength. This will become what it's supposed to be. Y'all will get the attention being the media and everything else. So, I want to get my message out, but I don't want to deal with that crap. Dana doesn't either. So, family members, don't you dare think you're being abandoned. Have more faith in yourself, number one, but number two, if you don't have that much faith in me, then I hope you can figure that out. You know me better than that. Anyway, that's enough of this crap. The end of the world, all stuff, folks, don't believe that crap. That's not happening. Not now, not anytime, for a long time. When it's time, Earth will stop and that'll be done. There's all these new universes coming out where you're all going to have a lot of lives in them. There's new first beings coming out with brand new beings. You're always kept in a mode of fear, here and on the other side. That's over. It's becoming over here, but it's over. That's about to be done everywhere. Just has to be finished being done on the other side. Anyway, some of the things I say, people are always arrogant. People say that about you too, folks. Later, don't worry about it. Screw them. I've always said for the longest time, for years, that what I'm doing is paramount for the next 100 years. Not for my video ratings for the next week. For the next 100, it's forever, but the next 100 years is what's so strong. And the new children coming, wait till you meet them. You think myself and my family members are strong? Wait till you meet my kids. So, and other family members are having kids together too, that, through, a little male here, a little female there, put them together on a starship, and they grow children. So, anyway, good things are coming, and don't believe this crap about the end or the alien war and fake wars, spaceships. Hey, it's all good, folks. It's going to be made to be that way. Everything bad that was supposed to happen was taken away. And instead of death, let's try something like ascension, where you ascend out of the body to be yourself again, to be free. And you do have a higher vibration when it happens, because you get away from the physical mass. Physical mass slows down the vibrations. If you take a high vibrating piece of metal and you dump it into molasses, what happens? It slows down. Folks, it's the same principle. I'm telling you, things are as simple as can be. So, they're as simple as an old man in overalls, and I know I'm not wearing my overalls today. It's been a rough week. Anyway, folks, look, love you, man. Love yourself. Stand up for yourself. Tell, someone gives you a hard time, flip them off and just go. Or just go, whatever you want to do. I know I'm aggressive. I'm made to be. It's my job sometimes. But if nothing else, just look at them, just walk. Just go. Just look at them, realize who they are, and leave. That's the power of understanding. They might start running their mouth. Bah, 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 bah. Let them. Think of a diaper. Think about a dirty diaper on a little child, and then put their head on it, and they're sitting on the floor in a dirty diaper. That's all they are, full of fertilizer. What matters is that you become yourself and that you honor yourself. Please try to honor your life that you're having. Okay? So, anyway, folks, love you, man. Have a good one.